In this video, we are actually moving from Greater Accra region of Ghana to a town in the eastern region of Ghana called Adukrom. And right now, we are somewhere around Oyarifa in the Greater Accra region of Ghana. And this journey is going to take us from Greater Accra to Adukrom about 45 minutes to 1 hour. And this is such an interesting journey that I would wish you stay tuned to actually experience how the road looks like, leading you to the Eduk Township. And anyone that knows this place knows that we are currently at Ayimensa and we are climbing the hills of Aburi. So beautiful view, the vegetation and everything is so amazing. So when you're going to Koforidua, this is the same road you use. When you're going to other parts of Aburi, this is the same road you are using. And right now, we are almost approaching Eduk Township. This is where the Peduasi Lodge is, and you can see how amazing the place is. So this video is just bits and pieces of every single thing we gotten covered in the road, and you get to see that this is somewhere called Ketase. Yeah, pretty sure this is Ketase. So this is the place that's when you are going to the Ashesi University, you're going to be taking your left. Yeah, the road left here. That's the road leading you to that place. And going straight is the road that is taking you to Koforidua and Adukrom. So it's just a funny road that when you get to some point, instead of taking your right, you rather slope your left. That takes you to the Eduk Township. And this video right here is something that gives you an education of how the journey looks like. So right now we are in the township of Aburi, and it's such a beautiful location that a lot of people are almost, every rich person is trooping to this location, because here you have hills, you have mountains, you have people building their houses or their dream homes at best locations that they get to enjoy the beauty of nature and the beautiful view right from their houses. And it's such a beautiful location. So where we are actually approaching is the Aburi Girls. This is the senior high that is there's a boarding facility for ladies, you understand, for girls, young girls. So this is a very good landmark that if you are located somewhere around this stretch, you use it always. So you can see we are really enjoying our journey, and right there you get to see the beautiful mountains over there that gives you the view of what you seek. So when you are ordinarily traveling on this route, you wouldn't know that you are climbing hills, but because of the houses you get to see below you, you get to understand that, hey, you are really at the very top. And that's one beautiful thing about this location right there. So right there we are at Aburi Girls right now, and we are very close to the main entrance of the Aburi Girls, and that's it on your left. This is the main entrance. You can see the beauty of the entrance, right? So we are heading towards this is the township of Aburi right there, you understand. So you get to see always when you get to this road, the road divides into two. So it depends on where you are going to. If you are going to Aburi, you are going to be taking the left, you understand. We take our left, but when you are going to the right side, that is some part of it as well. So basically we are moving to Koforidua, so we are taking our right, and you can see how the road looks like. So it's actually a big road. You can see the beautiful artifacts. Yes, that's how the road looks like. So it's just a straight road. You're going to be driving for the past 30 minutes or 40 minutes before you actually take a branch of where you want to branch. So I'm just taking bits and pieces of how the road looks like. They get to embrace how the location actually looks like, and it's such a beautiful place as well. I always tell people that Aburi is the best place you can ever think about. Aburi is the place everyone is trooping into, and Aburi is the best place that presents you with beautiful weather conditions. Beyond the heat of Accra, you have beautiful shadows from the trees here, and you have the beautiful atmosphere and the aroma and fragrance of nature that you tend to actually enjoy at this location. So this place is what we're talking about. Anyone who has a property at this location are people who are always filled with happiness, because they are located at the place where properties are actually rising in value. Because here, to get a piece of land at this location has become a hot cake, and the prices are really skyrocketing. So that's what we're talking about. That is where people are yielding themselves into. So right now we are taking you to go view a piece of land that is located at Adukrom, and we are actually enjoying our trip, that we wish to actually get you involved So you get to actually experience what it entails to travel from the Greater Accra region to the eastern region, which is Aburi, Adukrom. Now, there are a lot of people who are actually looking to buy land at this location for different purposes. Some are buying it for residential, and others are buying it for farming or commercial use. And the purpose to which you buy a land determines the price which you will pay when you are, buying the land. You understand? So we have people who are buying it in the outskirts, which are a lot more cheaper because they are buying it usually for farming purpose. But it's always better that when you're buying a piece of land, you try to include a lot of purpose in it. You understand? Whether it is for farming, residential, and try to even make it commercial. But the basic, or the most basic of which you could just get, is getting a land. Even if it is a farmland, try to let them indicate or include residential use in it. That is always better. You go and buy a land and you say it's a farmland, then in the next 20 years you want to change it into residential, you will definitely have problems with them. So right where we are is the Obusumase. Yeah, so this is one of the township that is right after Aburi. Obusumase is very known, and I have a couple of upcoming projects that are coming. I'll be exploring at this location. I have someone who is going to have a very big project, a developer who is coming up with a project of building apartments at this location for short stay rentals, and we're looking forward to making it a very big business because we have a lot of tourist attractions at this location as well. So this is such an interesting location, and it gives you an idea of how the journey looks like. So basically this video is just giving you bits and pieces of how the place looks like, but what is one important thing I just want you to know: the path that is leading you to Adukrom. If you are going to Koforidua, where we are, you are still on the right journey. Understand? So we'll definitely get to a point that you have the road leading you to Koforidua, but we won't use that one, and you have a road that is taking you to Adukrom, and we're going to be using that one. That's a separate road. Even though when you get to Adukrom, you can still have an access to Koforidua directly without necessarily coming back. So you can see the beautiful view right in front of you, and how the houses are laid out. There are hills, and there are lots of tourist attractions at these locations as well. So until you come to these locations, you wouldn't be able to experience what I'm telling you. And in the future, we're going to be exploring a lot of tourist attractions at this location to give you a first hand of what it means to be at this location. So as you can see, this is the place. I'm telling you, the road on your left is Koforidua, and on your right is Akropong. So if you are going to Adukrom, you're going to be taking the Akropong road. That is on your right. See this roundabout? That's your landmark. So if you are going to Koforidua, you take your left. But because we are going to Akropong, Adukrom, we are going to be taking our left, and that's what we have taken right now. So after Akropong, then you proceed to where? You proceed to Adukrom. You understand? So that's how the road looks like, and this is the most important part I wanted to achieve in this video, just to give you the splitting point of Adukrom and Koforidua. Now, if you get to Adukrom, as I already told you, there's also another road that takes you to Koforidua. You understand? But Charlie, this is a very cool location. This is a palace on your right, like that. There's one thing about this road is that the roads are small, they are not wide enough. And there are lots of houses very close to the roads. They are not even commercial properties, they are just normal residential lands. You understand? And that's very serious. So in case that they will be expanding road, it's going to be very hectic and disastrous. You understand? But for now, Charlie, the people are enjoying themselves. Let's follow them and enjoy some. You understand? So this is how the road looks like, and that is how our journey also appeared to be like. And it's very interesting and very nice to be at this location. As I tell you always, the beautiful thing about this location is the vegetation and then the weather condition. If you lived in different part of Ghana, you will appreciate this weather condition. Now right here, you're going to experience some part of the rough roads. You understand? There's a rough road here that you're going to go through it, but it's not that long. It's just like a little bit of potholes. You understand? So right now we are in the township of Akropong, and you have a lot of hotels around the edges. If you concentrate and you look at the edges, You see a lot of hotels, you understand. I've seen higher heights hotel, what hotel. There are a lot of hotels around, you understand, because it's a tourist, zone. A lot of people are coming to this location, so this hospitality industry is actually booming in this location, you understand. So basically this is the township of Akropong. Akropong is a very big town, it's a big community, it's a big place, you understand. So people only hear about Eastern region, they think about Koforidua, but Charlie, there are a lot of big towns in the Eastern region, and that is very interesting for you to actually get yourself educated. You understand? And one thing I like is how slopey and hilly the place is. That makes the place so interesting. And that's what we're talking about. You can see some part of this, another hotel on your left that we just passed. So this is the Akropong School for the Blind on your left. We just passed there as well. So Charlie, you're really gonna like this location as well. So Akropong is not a small place, and you getting to Akropong should tell you that you are somewhat closer to the Eduk Township, and this is the Akropong Basic School on your right. That's where we just passed. You understand? So Charlie, some of us we've been traveling, and we know how Eastern region townships are. They are very cool and so nice location to actually be. You understand? So Jale, that is it too. This is how the Akropong Township looks like. Very soon we'll get to another location, and there is this school that is called, is it Akropong School. This I'm sure is a senior high or something. Yeah, so those of you who have been to this school, the old boys and the old girls, you need to be proud of yourself, because I like the school entrance. It looks very nice as well. So Charlie, we are really exploring Ghana, and then we are giving you feed of how the place looks like in real time, because if you watch our videos, we don't really do fancy editing. We leave it as it is. So if you are watching, you know that you are watching this like you're watching a real time. You understand? Charlie. This is a Akropong. So we are almost entering Adukrom. In the next few clips I'll be showing you, and you get to understand how Adukrom looks like. But for now, we are still at the Akropong. So I'm not really able to give you the specific names here, because they have different names, and they add Akropong to it. So there's a part they call Aburi Akropong. And they have other names, and you get some part they've written some name, and then they'll add Akropong to it. So in all, we're going to be saying that we are currently in the Akropong. You understand? So those of you who know this area very well, I stand to be corrected. You can actually correct me, and you put the right names, and then you tag the minutes or the time. So that gives you an idea where we are currently. So just you look at how the townships looks like, and you see it's an old settlement. So usually old settlements, you have the houses very close to the road, and the roads looks very small. You understand? But it's quite refreshing in the sense that because of how hilly and slopey the place looks like, though the houses look quite crowded to the road, it doesn't look bad. It still presents it with beauty. So this is Aburi Akropong you just saw. They've written over there. They've written Aburi, and I say Aburi Akropong, something like that. But no Aburi. Aburi is different. But this is Aburi or Aburi Akropong. I'm not an Ashanti. I am a Kotokoli man, so I can't pronounce the things the way they pronounce it. I'm not Akropong too. I'm not a fancy person. I like what I'm seeing right now because of how greenish the place looks like. Look at it. So greenish, you understand? And that's one thing we need to inculcate in the new cities that we are developing. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to Adukrom, and this is the township of Adukrom. And as you can see, we have joined our next car and we are actually exploring the township of Adukrom. So sorry I just cut some part of it, but looking at how the city of Adukrom is laid out, and this is taking you right from Adukrom, connecting you to Koforidua. So right from Edukrom, this is the route you're going to be using if you're going to Koforidua. And I'm taking this advantage to show you how greenish the place looks like, how the hills and the mountains at that location looks like, and the kind of, you know, topography of the land, and how the weather also presents itself. So you can see, Charlie, the place is so beautiful and amazing. So where we just got was Adukrom, and it's so interesting that you also stay tuned and always make time to come somewhere at this location. My name is Imoru Sadat. If this video has been helpful, kindly subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video, at least, even if you're not subscribed, just like the video, and that is it. Thank you. Bye.
Subscribe to talk business.